So we were here before. We had a fun series I did with Skitting about, we did things that annoy blind people, things that people explain to blind people that they don't like. We had very good conversation in that video, which I enjoyed. And we also did a video about the essentials of sign language. That was very fun. I still remember, I still remember a lot of that stuff. Now we're going to get into blind people describe their loved ones to an artist, and then that person actually sculpts that person. So that's gonna be very fun. We had some really interesting comments here that I kind of wanted to read. First off, that blind person is a savage. How did this guy make me feel disabled at 350?
The most intimate things are done in the dark anyway. Think about it, you visual people. Do you?
Look at our faces too. And from Erica said, I also think people ignore a blind person if they're asking for help, if they're wearing headphones and are listening to music. So in a way, the person isn't ignoring the blind person, but the blind person just can't see that the person can't hear them, which is a very, very good interpretation of that too, which I like. Do you know what grinds my gears? The fact that I don't know what gears look like. That's a very good joke. My granduncle, may her rest in peace, went blind later in life and to irrigation pipe accident. He was awesome smart. He was a living GPS of the city he lived in. You have him in your car and he will ask you what street you're at or area you were at, and he would tell you how to get somewhere, and he was the best. And I love just wholesome messages like that about people in your guys' life. That just really brings me closer to the community, which I like. And this guy had a very interesting conversation about a blind racist person, and that the person was just saying racial slurs and was blind. That's just a very interesting concept, but possible, I suppose. So let's get into this video. I've been really excited to do this one. You guys are surprisingly mature when it comes to these topics that just seem so hard for some people's communities. Like, I know a couple of other reactors have really hard problems not just doing meme stuff and their community taking very well to the content. And I think, of course, I feel like as a facilitator of these type of things, like I think I do a pretty good job, and especially when Skitting's with me, she is like definitely my better half of these kinds of issues. So these are definitely things I love to do with her, but she's getting some sleep today. So and we have a guess that black person out of a lineup video that I want to do with her later. But yeah, let's get it. Play.
And if you could turn yourself more towards the camera.
Is the camera to the right? You guys, I'm blind.
Oh! Oh, that's the blind lady. Look how she's moving around.
Turn yourself more towards the camera.
That's just not what we saw in the other one. That's just
Guys,
crazy.
I'm blind.
She's like moving. She looked directly at them. It's like it didn't look like she had any
Hi,
questions.
Jeff. I'm Pam. Hi, Pam.
Hi, Pam. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Pam. It's gonna be a collective hi, Pam. Hi, Pam.
Marty.
Marty, nice to meet you. Are you completely blind?
I am.
I see just a fog.
Who are you describing today?
My wife, Libby, and we are coming up on our 30th anniversary.
Oh!
I thought it
30 years? Me and Skitting are getting married, dude. I can't, like 30 years, dude. Oh my gosh. That's gonna be crazy. I can't even
would be
imagine
wrong
this,
to
dude.
have somebody that I've known. I have a lot of work for me now, and I've never seen what she really looks like. My sister described to me what she looked like. She's a very hip-looking girl. She's young.
We're going to create your son.
Okay.
Okay. What I remember was the little tiny tyke who was running around the house.
Right. What is his head
That's
shape
cute.
like?
It's not quite as round as mine, but his hat size is a little bit bigger.
I went around her head, but it's so full of hair.
Depending on how long it is, she can almost be afro-like.
What are
Okay.
those little?
Not really going to help a whole lot if I say about average.
I think
No, it would not help at all,
her
actually.
eyebrows are definitely something you would notice right away.
I hope that my inaccuracies are on the better side than the lesser side, because when she looks at it, I don't want her to go, "Ooh, is that how you see me?"
I miss watching the kids actually ride their bicycle up and down the driveway for the first time.
That is very touching, but sorry, I was not expecting her to say that. I like that the person that they're sculpting is not there. I think as a sculptor and an artist, sometimes it can be hard when you do this kind of thing and you do it off a description, but you've already seen them. I think sometimes it's impossible to kind of get a good rendition of that. And I love how the person's not even present at all, so.
I mean, there's so many different things. There's around a group of people that are going, oh, look at the meteor shower, look at this, look at that. And I have to smile and just kind of enjoy their enjoyment.
Are you glad that there are some things that you can't see?
Ooh.
Yeah, some of the fashions that have come out. I was never a huge fan of neon colors.
Well, I think pain in people's faces. I feel it though.
I was reading things about people who can all of a sudden get their sight back. I don't know if I would necessarily want that. I mean, I kind of live in a Monet world where everything is sort of impressionistic.
Okay, it's facing
Interesting. That's a very interesting thing.
you now, and you tell me what feels right. See, you're closing your eyes. That's so interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Okay, we shall see.
I hope it looks like Alana. It feels like
I hope
Alana.
it does too. Okay, I'm turning it
Okay,
around.
it's very good.
Hello, Alana.
Wow.
I'm Pam.
Hi.
Hi, Pam.
It's nice to meet you.
Yo, this is nuts. This is like nutty. Then we'll play it and then we'll go back.
Artist
This is
succeeded
nutty.
to be number 2.
I'm anxious to see it. Alana, say
Meet
hello
Alana.
to your little friend. Yeah,
That's
this is beautiful.
that's
Do
crazy.
you feel like it looks anything like you?
It does. There's some.
Bro, that looks like you.
I think my nose is off, but
Really?
I got my bags.
Uh,
You did a great job.
How does it feel being able to see how Camille views you?
It's
yeah.
actually really crazy when you're with someone most days of the week and they don't know what you look like.
It's kind of odd. At the same time, it's kind of cool.
Bro, that's fucking, that's so good. I know it's just a simple bust, you know, and all that, but like, that's actually crazy.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to see what someone thinks of you.
That, bro, lady, what are you talking about? She said the nose ain't right. Lady, that's your nose. That's like almost exactly your nose. Are you in denial? You don't like your nose?
Seeing it in 3 dimensions.
That's you.
I loved it. Now I want to go out and touch everybody.
Good job.
That's what Cosby's. Okay, dude, let's. We got one more video we're gonna do after this, so bear with me here. This is not the end. But that is crazy accurate. That when she walked in and looked at it, I would love to see them do expressions too. I know it's a little bit different, but 1, 2, and we don't have 3. We'll get to 3. We'll find a screenshot of 3. That is that lady. These are crazily accurate to these people. I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised. Okay. So here we go. The last one is things that scare blind people. Of course, interviewed by blind people. We're doing these together because they're a little shorter than some of the other videos that we do. And here we go. Play.
Do you watch movies?
Yeah.
Do you watch horror films?
No, because they scare me. Like, I live alone, man. I don't know. That shit scares me.
Ooh, that's a nice sound.
What scares you?
Are you thinking like little silly fears or like more serious ones? Okay. I don't like throwing up.
Failing my children.
I'm a bit scared of heights, but I love roller coasters.
Why would you be scared of heights?
If something is socialized as a possible fear in our society, then it's a possible fear for me.
Get that shit. Get that shit. Because I was like, just because, like, that sounded like a dumb question, but that's like a smart question. But, like, they still hear and think like you do. It's not like they can't fucking understand shit. Oof. Oof. We're back to the fucking colorblind people and goddamn streetlights argument. You goddamn people.
No, I've actually had people say, I'm afraid of clowns, and I'm kind of like, I mean, they're weird, but why? Like, I don't get it.
Why someone would be afraid of clowns unless they personally had a bad experience with them, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I don't really like clowns. And that's one of those things where, like, if there's a clown standing 50 feet away, like, I'm not gonna know.
I am totally terrified of trains. I was in San Diego crossing some tracks, and I got like turned around, and I found myself like in the middle of where I shouldn't be, and I was like, oh shit.
I would not want to be on a big hill without a cane or without holding on to someone. If I have a cane, half of that feeling goes away. Or if I'm holding on to someone, half of that feeling goes away.
If I lost my cane, that would really suck. I think in some places I could really do fine without it, but just having it in my hand is
Yeah.
really, it's part of me.
The fear of the unknown scares me. If I'm going to do something and I don't have a good representation of what it's going to be, like visually or mentally or whatever, it scares the shit out of me.
I do get anxious in new environments, like particularly in following like pre-configured things, like standing in line. I'll think like, am I doing this right?
Fear of rejection. You know, in social circles, in work settings, they could be like, oh, we found a better fit. But really they'd be like, ooh, I don't know how that blind person would do that thing, so no, we're not gonna hire them.
That's negative stigma. That's what he's describing there. And that is a very real thing that people think is fake. Because you have a disability or maybe different ethnicity or different belief system and having negative, you know, thoughts and feelings from others, by others, imposed onto you is 100% real. It's for like this unspoken judgment that you kind of live in. That's the area of stigma.
When I could perfectly well do whatever thing that is.
Another fear I have is getting mugged, you know, taken advantage of, and just getting hit by a car.
We always say, like, in the community, it's not if you'll be hit by a car, but when. I've been hit twice.
I don't really go to gym classes because I'm so scared of looking different from the other students in the class because I don't know how to do whatever we're doing exactly right. I feel like if I do something different, people will not associate it with me being a novice. They will say, oh, she's blind. That sucks. She doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because the condition I have, one of the symptoms is hearing loss. Fortunately, I haven't lost my hearing, but will it happen when I get older? I don't know.
I would not want to be deaf. A world of silence. That would be probably one of the worst things that could happen to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was.
Are you still scared of being blind?
I am not. It's challenging. It's an inconvenience. But being blind is doable. A lot of people tell me, I don't know if I could ever do it. But, you know, the person doesn't know that until they're actually placed in that position. I wouldn't wish that upon anyone, but I'd like people to know that, you know, the human body is resilient.
That's good. That was good advice. I have very bad eyesight, and so I think about my gradual blindness quite often. I know when I get older, I'm gonna have very bad eyesight. You know, I wear glasses all the time. You know, I go to doctor's appointments, whatever. You know, the LASIK is an option. But for people like me, like with a stigma that continuously gets worse year after year, at a certain point, you know, they can only make your glasses so fucking thick. Like, you're gonna just start not being able to see shit if you just accepted that. I didn't get glasses until way later on in life, and so because of that, it's you know, my parents didn't take me for like eye exams or anything like that. It's just not something that we did, and I think partially because my mom was like scared of going to the doctor. My mom was like kind of scared of medication. It's like as you get older, it's something that you kind of see and understand that when I was younger, I didn't really understand. Because of that, my eyesight just gradually gets worse, and you know, hopefully it's something that we can kind of stop, or maybe we could use eye surgery to kind of make better, or you know, like LASIK or something. But yeah, so I think about if it happened gradually, it probably wouldn't be that bad. He said, failing my children, them ninjas cutting onions again, for fuck's sake. Yo, I hear this a lot. I get scared when I close my eyes in the shower. I hear that a lot. Are you guys scared of closing your eyes in the shower specifically? And what scares you generally? Also, of course, there's a lot of things to say about the last video we watched. I thought was very good. But I will see you guys in the next one. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Thank you. Bye-bye.